Another video. I said I was gonna go over Tweak versus MKLeo, that whole set, which I will eventually, but I wanted to go into a video here about Mr.R against MKLeo. This is when Mr.R went Young Link in one game at UFA 2019. This was like quite a while ago, a few months back. Yeah, make sure you watch the whole set on VGBootCamps channel. I'll link it in the description. And let's get right to it. So yeah, the reason I wanted to do this video is because I wanted to talk about breaking zones, right? So Young Link is like a zoner, not as much as like other characters because he does have a lot of offensive tools, but this is just a start. I want to like do more videos where Leo or other top players kind of beat players who are using zoners, because it seems like it's a matchup that a lot of people have trouble with. Even I do, like a shit ton. So yeah, I wanted to check out some of the things he does. This one's going to be quite basic. It's the first time we're looking at Leo do this. But let's see what we can get here. So the first thing, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, is that fighting zoners is like a blanket statement. You can't just fight any zoner. You can't fight every zoner the same way, right? So Young Link has this boomerang. It can go here, or you can go like that, right? His bomb, on the other hand, has like a much more awkward angle, something like this. You know, this is all weird. His arrow also goes like this, right? So this is kind of the space he takes up, and like it looks like I'm just scribbling, which I am, but you have to like take this into consideration. Where does Young Link have trouble zoning, right? Let me switch the color to make this off. All of this, right? It's hard for him to cover this. His up air is like a little dagger. His up tilt's pretty good, but it's not huge. And yeah, like compare that to like Mega Man, who's like his up air is super annoying to deal with. His up smash super quick out of shield. It's not the same for Young Link. So we have to abuse this space here when we're dealing with Young Link specifically, and we have to realize that he kind of abuses this space, and we have to respect it, right? Respect that when you're in this area, you'll see Leo in this area all the time. It doesn't mean you can never be there. It just means you have to respect it. Shield, parry it, whatever. So let's get back into it. Yeah, see, it starts off like, I hate how it always goes back 5 seconds. But you'll see, look, instantly Leo goes to the space we're talking about. He doesn't want to deal with all this. He approaches from here. Gets the back out of shield. Tries to punish the landing but doesn't get it. You start kind of popping off here, alright. Damn, 62%. Again, even the way Leo lands, he doesn't want to go too far, right? You don't want to go away from a zoner. Look what Leo does. He's not going to go here. He's not going to go in this direction. He's not going to land right here. He's going to go to that angle we talked about, just to get close to Young Link. All right, very good from Leo so far. Yeah, and he's punishing the landing pretty well. He kind of lets him get for free there. Interesting up B. But this is super important, right? So this kind of looks almost like a stalemate situation. But against most zoners, if they're on the platform or just like anywhere above you, don't let them come down, right? This is where like punish game becomes a huge deal. Punish game doesn't mean you hit someone and you like do a billion damage, right? It means someone's in a bad spot for their character and you don't let them get out of that spot. Sorry. So why is this a bad spot for Young Link? He has nothing that pressures this, right? If he pulls out a bomb, he can kind of jump and throw it downwards. These arrows suck ass, holy. Anyway, so yeah, if he pulls out a bomb, he can throw it down, but his boomerang goes this way, can kind of go this way. Again, his arrows, bombs, all cover this area. He can't threaten, his downer is kind of shit, right? It's like a little dagger, and it's super laggy. You might get hit by it on Wi-Fi, but it's not like the best move that a Young Link will go for. So you punish this. This is an area where he can't zone you. He's no longer allowed to zone you, right? Don't think of a zoner as a character that will always keep you out. They're not, like, they don't have that. Every zoner has like their domain, right? Like where they control. Young Link can't control under him. He can't really control this area above him. Leo punishes him for being in that spot, right? He like, some people would hold shield. Even Leo holds shield right there. He holds shield for like a second, right? He's holding shield, realizes this is a bad spot for Young Link, stops holding shield, just punishes it, right? He's like, I need to, not punishes it, but like goes aggressive. He's like, he knows he needs to go aggressive in this situation because this is a spot that Young Link can't zone you in. Again, doesn't let him land. He tries to trade with Like he does like his own side B to try to fight the arrows. We talked about this with Wolf and how it's usually a good thing for Joker to trade projectiles because his puts you in a tumble. It's kind of hard because it's so slow, and it'll be much easier with Arson. See, again, look at where he approaches from, right? This is kind of supposed to be a bad spot for him because he used his double jump. Right? A lot of people, because they use their double jump, they're too scared. They'll retreat. Maybe they'll get on the platform. Leo knows like Young Link can't hurt you much here, right? He's gonna have to jump up here, pretty much. So what does he do? He crosses up his shield. If you're gonna go aggressive, be good with how you pressure shields, right? A lot of lower level players will just like fair you right here. You get shield grabbed, they're up beat by Young Link. Leo doesn't do that. He crosses him up, lands here, super hard to punish by Young Link. Maybe Young Link could have up beat out shield, but he didn't go for it. Right? So he lands behind him, super hard for him to punish it. And he lands. And that's what we were talking about with Arson side B, much better than just Jokers. He can actually compete with these moves. And it's super good, right? Like imagine it did trade, like Mr.R threw it upwards, but even if he didn't, right, what would happen? He would get like dinked on the head, maybe pop up here. He gets sent flying, and now Joker gets to do whatever he wants. So it's a good trade even if he traded. It didn't trade, like it was just a clean hit from Leo, but even if it did, super good idea, because like Joker gets so much if you get hit by the side B. So, you know, classic Leo ledge trapping, not letting him get back. This is what I meant by respecting it. Right, so he does this. He lands with him, realizes the side B's out. Don't like run into it, don't get too hasty, just shield it, right? Whatever, shield it, jump out, parry it, he parries it, and jumps out. And then reset that position. Again, he rolls out there, kind of gets hit by it, not a big deal. Just don't get too flustered. Again, shields it, jumps out. Don't try to punish it directly. This move, I don't think you can punish it. I'd have to check the frame data, but I'm pretty sure not too many characters can punish Young Link's side B. Super, super safe on shield. Leo decides to jump, right? We talked about jumping against this character specifically. It's hard for him to deal with it. What's happening next? That's kind of interesting. He does like a nair, fades back to wait. Or sorry, F tilt actually. And then gets shield grab. Most characters don't shield grab that, right? Young Link has a tether. So I would imagine Leo adjusts. Probably he's not used to people tether grabbing that because not too many characters have a tether. Yeah, so he goes back to like his classic, you know, we watched my video about Leo's ledge trapping, kind of just like using the space to choke you out a bit. Same thing we talked about earlier. Young Link's on a platform, don't just let him get down, right? So many lower level players kind of wait and chill. Maybe they'll jump on the platform or nair into him. Like, pressure this area here. He can't touch you. He literally can't touch you. Even if you don't hit him and you're pressuring his shield, like you'll get him scared and you'll make him want to get off, and now you can start trying to read the movements. Right, so Leo pressures him under the platform, gets a kill off of it. Good shit. Again, gets hit by the side B. Young Link has a bomb in his hand too. Just don't fuck with it. Just like shield it, he jumps out, leaves. Use the space. And then again, he comes from above, right? He's getting hit by these bombs. He's like, oh, whatever, these are annoying. Come from above him where he doesn't have a good option. And like Mr.R even tries to deal with it. I think he jumps and tries to meet him in the air. But it's like, it's pretty hard for Young Link to deal with this. So he just gets it by the fair. That's a good fair by Mr.R. Yeah, Leo kind of jumps into that bomb, but again, it's not a huge deal. Don't get flustered by it. Again, he approaches him from above. It's hard for Young Link to deal. Look, gets hit by that down tilt. Some people would like bear, turn around, try to start grabbing and whatever. Young Link, even though he's a zoner, he's kind of good in this area. His down tilt's super good, right? His jab's all right. His up B at his shield's scary. So Leo jumps, and then he says, you have nothing here. His up air sucks ass. His up smash takes an hour to come. Well, it's not like it takes an hour, but if he misses, it's just super risky, right? He like has to swing 90 times. So yeah, Leo knows that it's safer to just jump and approach him from above. It's exactly what he does. Gets a grab. Yeah, he gets a lot of free damage for this too. For a lot of lower level players, they wouldn't have got that grab at all. Look how much free damage is Leo's getting here. Goes for like a hard read. This is very like un-Leo-like. I think he's kind of feeling himself too much. He would usually, you know, chill here, try to ledge guard. This time he kind of hard reads, goes with this. And it almost works. I think he's nairing here, but my quality's ass. Can I put it higher? Have I been doing this whole time? Damn. Gotta make a note to myself. Check the quality before we start. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, Young Link went for a nair there. So he had a good idea. Just didn't pay off. Alright. Misses, like, look. If If Young Link's Nair was better, this actually would have worked. But it's ass. It's not ass, but it's not good enough for what Leo wanted to do. Gets F tilted and dies. That was really smart, actually. Not a lot of people do that. Like, this bomb's kind of threatening, but Leo still has invincibility, so he just jumps into it, explodes it. Another thing against zoners, learn how to grab items. This, like, maybe he didn't do this one on purpose, but you will always grab an item if you back air, forward air, nair, whatever, as it's colliding with you. Leo grabs the bomb here. This is something you should learn. If you played Smash 4, you probably were forced to learn it if you want it to be good because of Diddy. But it's something you definitely should practice. Go to training mode, practice picking up items, like, with perfect control, pretty much, right? Anyway, he's doing the same thing as he did last time. He's trying to catch the tether with the down B, or the guns into down. But he's getting punished for it a lot. It's very, like, unlike Leo to hard commit. But Young Link has, like, a super bad recovery. Wow. So this is a read that he's going, that Mr.R probably himself has, like, a habit of coming off the ledge with, like, moves I've never seen. Like, I haven't watched enough of Mr.R to know. But it's looking like that's something Leo's noticed from the previous 2 games. Keep in mind, this is game 3. He went Sheik game 1 and 2. That's why I skipped straight to 3, because I wanted to see, like, more of a zoner character. So I'm guessing this is a habit that Leo already caught onto. Hard punishes it, right? I would have to go back and check if that's something Mr.R does a lot. Again with it just jumping, right? Jumping is so safe. Not safe, but it's so hard to deal with. He gets hit by a nair by Young Link. He knows he's not in any real danger. Just jumps and nairs. Parries that. See, this is like the one time he tried to grab. Look. Tries to shield grab. Gets punished, right? He was better off jumping. He'd probably go back to it too. Another big thing that a lot of lower level players don't do against any character, but especially against zoners, right? We talked about these rings. You see someone doesn't have a double jump, don't let them get on the ground for free, especially a zoner, right? If this is your chance, you're literally your free chance to go fight them. Don't, like, just run into them and run into a downer, obviously. Like, you have to be smart about how you run them down, but just don't let them get on for free. Like, a lot of people, maybe they back off here, maybe they, like, I don't know, if they're a charge character, they start charging something, I don't know. But a lot of people don't do what Leo does and just immediately notices a double jump and doesn't let Young Link hit the ground. Because he's like a zoner, right? So if he just gave up his options of zoning, if he has no double jump and no moves in the air that cover directly below him besides his really laggy down air, you have like so much to work with, and Leo does it. Now he has a ledge trapping situation. This is very classic Leo ledge trapping. Very nice tech from Mr.R. Still manages to live. I think he's dead here. Oh, I spoiled it. I pressed that by accident. He has the bomb, goes too high, he's dead. Yeah. So yeah, that was just one game. I'm going to try to go over more of these, or more games in general where top players are facing zoners. I hope you learned a little bit here. Just kind of like figure out each zoner matchup individually, right? It's about where do they control? What areas of the stage do these zoners control? Young Link's is clearly, right? Young Link's is clearly something like this for arrows. Arrows plus boomerangs, bombs, right? There's a clear area here that he sucks at dealing with. He has options to deal with the approaching here, but it's not good. He has decent close quarter combats here, so you don't really want to fight him there. So yeah, you try to abuse this situation, right? This like area when you face him. If you go back and watch this yourself on VGBootCamp, you'll notice how many times Leo gets hit because he approached from anywhere in this like box, right? Compared to how many times he just runs at him like this. A lot of lower level players, they love hitting forward, right? They just want to fight you. They want to play the game they paid for. And they just run into all these boomerangs, bombs, whatever, and it's so frustrating. And the other thing is that even if you run up, and you, like, let's say you run up here and you shield a boomerang, you'll face like these Wi-Fi Young Links, and they'll just roll behind you, and you're like, oh, this is so annoying, rolling's broken. Right? They're not going to roll behind you if you're coming here, because they can't. Like, you don't roll behind someone in the air, right? They might roll as you're hitting the ground, but now like you're gonna hit the ground with no ending lag, and you can chase down the roll, right? So yeah, hope you learned something about Young Link specifically. We'll look at more of like the hardcore zoners. Like Young Link doesn't always zone, and Mr.R himself didn't look like he was doing it too much. So we'll try to go more in depth in another matchup, but I hope this was a good starting point, and I'll see you guys next time.